So, good morning. Today I don't have coffee because I've not roasted. So I'm going to show you how to make coffee. So this is a secret African way. So you need a cooking stick like this. You can see it's been used for roasting coffee. A pot like this, and then so you do preheat. You have everything here. Coffee, we have it here. Coffee beans, well dried, with a moisture minimum content of 11%. I would have, if the sun was out, I would have put just a little bit to make it warm, but it's no problem. So I'm waiting for this to heat up. Sometimes I have to put something to build up the heat. So as that one heats, I'll see how much beans I will need to. Second cooking. It has been around how many minutes? That is about 12 minutes now. So that's the second part. So the issue is just continuously stirring until maybe at around 27, 28 minutes. I'll come back to you and show you that when the third crack starts. So I'll stop there. 20 minutes. This is how it looks like. So you can hear it is beginning to crack. I don't know whether you can see. So this is how it looks like. For some are not consistent, but you can see the beans is turning. It's beginning to turn. still needs more time, maybe another 5 minutes. If you can see, if the camera can be able to see. So this will continue for another 5 minutes. So what we're looking for is goldish color. That the bean is already turning brown and then goldish all round. So that's what. So the cooling is continuing. Still very hot. But it is well roasted coffee. Some few black ones. I don't know whether you're able to see it. So you will see. But it is almost consistent. Some almost got burnt, and I think I may have delayed a bit to remove it. But we will go and make the first cup to see whether we got it right. So this cooling, I'd leave it at that. You can see the consistency. It is really looking nice. This will be a wonderful coffee. I will make a test and then make a cup and see how that will continue. Then I'll just leave it here for another 5 minutes to just cool. And then we'll make one more coffee, one cup to see how it looks like. So I'll show you my setup of how I crush coffee, and then I'll show you the setup of how I make the coffee, either using the filtration system or the traditional open pan boiling, which is my preference. So we'll come back after shortly. So here you have it. This is the coffee. I've just transferred. I've left a little here, and this is so you put it in a glass container, which must be airtight, and it is very tight with this rubber all of it. So now I will just do the needful and then have it stored now. So you can see my storage. So I'll just organize like this. And there it is, our coffee. This is about 2 kilos of coffee. So I've left a little here so that I show you how I make, how I crush it. So there are two methods of crushing. You can either use the mortar and so we have these two methods where we can you can do the crushing. So you put a little crush it, and then until you get a consistent ground brown coffee. That is one. So you can do crushing using the mortar here, and until you get a consistent coffee. And this is very involving, and it takes a lot of time. I don't use it. So I use the normal blender. So here it is. I think, and I'm sure it is in every home. So I've been rushing it. Actually, it is basically right now for coffee making. So I put the coffee beans. I don't know whether you're able to see it. Yeah, the coffee beans here. So I just make sure that I put it not all the way to the cream, but just around 3/4 here, maybe just a little bit. And then we close it. I put it in the blender, and then I just so this is your ground coffee. You can now make a nice coffee. It's a little bit very fine, but let's try and see how that is going to operate. So I bring it here to the fire, and then it's time to make coffee. So coffee. So I take water, maybe 1 cup. 2 cups of coffee. Okay. Switch on the pan, boil it, and then take 2. This is 2 cups, so this is 2 measurements of coffee, ground coffee, and so this is it's really ground. It's nicely done, really uniform. The aroma is it goes all the way to your brain. So you allow it to boil. So the traditional way, especially for the sweetener, this is natural raw honey. So I put 1 tablespoon like that. Then you allow it now to boil, and you will see the boiling. So this is my coffee mug. As for coffee, everyday morning coffee. So it can boil very vigorously. So I like it. Some people would remove it from right now and sieve it, but I like it when it's bitter. So I will allow it to simmer for maybe about 3 minutes on a low heat. So I've just put 60 to simmer. So it will just continue simmering, and then I will sip it. You'll see me enjoying my coffee, and basically that's how I make coffee. So the other method, is using the filtration system. So filtration system basically is that you put your ground coffee here. So depending on how many cups, this thing can produce up to 12 cups. So depending on the amount, you put the ground coffee here, put your water, pop, you just switch it on, and then it will filter, and it is the coffee, but the coffee here is different. It's a bit, it doesn't give you, this coffee, if you are just inside this room, the whole house is just full of aroma, coffee aroma, yeah. So this traditional method is what I prefer most. But there are members of the family who prefer the filtration method. And here you can have your coffee almost the whole day, because this thing keeps on warming it. And very nice, bitter. It's a bit bitter from here. So you must sweeten it with honey or sugar. Sugar is a no-no for me. I don't use this sugar or little, so I use natural honey. So it's going to, yeah. So this is what I was waiting for. So when it has, all the bubbles have gone down, then I remove it. I seal it. Okay. Now, so guys, this is how I make my coffee. The moment of truth, still very hot, but I'll try and see. So the coffee is nicely done. You can see the color. The color is very nice, black coffee. Let me test. I am telling you, it goes all the way. So that's it, guys. That's how I make the traditional coffee.